Welcome to episode number 9 of Brian Wildcat's Wrestling Stars of the 2000s. After a legendary Triple H episode, in today's episode, I am going to talk about the stars from TNA wrestling. You know, I used to watch shows like Raw and SmackDown every week. I've been watching shows on Spike TV, I've been watching movies, but I've seen and heard. This is TNA, the new face of professional wrestling. I was thinking, what's TNA? Well, let's take a look at TNA wrestling during the 2000s with a little story. On March 26, 2001, WCW has closed its doors. In May of 2002, a new wrestling company created and founded by Jeff Jarrett and his father, and a new generation has just begun. On June 19, 2002, history was made, with the first ever TNA wrestling show known as NWA TNA starting from the Asylum era. Tonight, a very special evening. It's an evening that revolves around history, and history on so many fronts. TNA is an indie wrestling company that had the best matches, that really hypes up the fans, with insane moments, making Mike Tenay and Don West losing their minds on commentary. What? You got to be freaking kidding. Total Nonstop Action has the best roster and star power with the likes of AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, Jeff Jarrett, Sting, Samoa Joe, LAX, Christopher Daniels, America's Most Wanted, Team Canada, Abyss, Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, Christian Cage, Team 3D, Rhino, the Motor City Machine Guns, Scott Steiner, Booker T, Matt Bentley, Kazarian, Tomko, 3 Live Crew, The James Gang, Beer Money, Kevin Nash, Jeff Hardy, Triple X, Monty Brown, etc. This company done insane spots, including when prime time, Alex Skipper does the cage walk to perform the Hurricane Run off the top of the cage on Chris Harris. You know that shit was insane. And if you watch Unbreakable 2005, you'll see how Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and Christopher Daniels put on a 5-star match, and according to Dave Meltzer, this was TNA single quote's first and only 5-star match. But his opinion doesn't matter. Back when polls like Bound for Glory, the biggest show in TNA history, Lockdown, Slammiversary, Final Resolution, Turning Point, and Genesis, etc. all felt like real pay-per-view shows. The Canadian Destroyer, you know, the front flip pile driver. That's the finishing move Petey Williams hit to rock us all. Unbelievable. Everybody knows how much they hate Jeff Jarrett and his reign of terror in TNA, especially as the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Poor Monty Brown. Ultimate X, always amazing to watch. Speaking of Ultimate X, AJ Styles, Petey Williams and Chris Sabin had one of the greatest Ultimate X matches at Final Resolution 2005. Also, Total Nonstop Action had the best match types from the likes of Lethal Lockdown, Ultimate X, Full Metal Mayhem, 6 Sides of Steel, Ladder Match, Monsters Ball, Last Man Standing, King of the Mountain, Death Match. Check this match out. Cowboy James Storm vs. Wildcat, Chris Harris at Sacrifice 2007. One of the most sadistic, physical and brutal match in the history of Total Nonstop Action. Both men's blood flowing out of their heads like Niagara Falls, tables were crashing, beer bottles involved. What a match. Also, when Kurt Angle made his monstrous debut in October 19, 2006 after leaving the WWE and confronts Samoa Joe and brawls with him, no one was safe. Plus, when the lights turns off and Sting comes down the rafters, you know it's Sting. The Icon won the TNA World Heavyweight Championship at Bound for Glory 3 times, and it was a 3-year stretch, including the NWA World Heavyweight title to put an end of Jeff Jarrett's reign of terror at Bound for Glory 2006. They even had the 6-sided ring, and that ring looked like a hexagon. And you guys wanna see MMA? At Lockdown in 2008, Kurt Angle wears his MMA gear to defend his TNA World Heavyweight Championship against Samoa Joe. And that match looked like and felt like a 5-star match. And Samoa Joe became the brand new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And nearly 2 years before Lockdown 2008, on November 19, 2006 at Genesis, Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe had an awesome match in Kurt Angle's first in-ring pay-per-view match since he made his debut. Oh, let's not forget, Kurt Angle won every single championship in TNA, which nobody expected this to happen at Hard Justice 2007 9 months later. Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe just had an awesome rivalry since October 19, 2006. The phenomenal AJ Styles, former X Division and NWA World Heavyweight Champion, 3-time Mr. TNA. This is the original house that AJ Styles built. He had phenomenal matches with Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, and of course Christopher Daniels. At No Surrender in 2009, AJ Styles performs the Springboard 4-50 splash on Kurt Angle to capture the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and there's confetti everywhere. His fans and Christopher Daniels congratulates him of becoming champion. It was one of the biggest moments ever. Nobody expected this moment to happen, but expect the unexpected. TNA during the 2000s reaches from the Asylum era to the Reality era to the Cross the Line era. TNA Wrestling, in my opinion, reaches their last prime year in 2009. Until Hulk Hogan has to sign with the company in October later that year, and once that happened, nothing was really the same. What was the best match, moment, memory or pay-per-view about Total Nonstop Action Wrestling during the 2000s? Leave the comment below and let me know. Stick around, I'm Brian Wildcat, and I'll see you in the next episode, and I'll see you in episode 10 where I am going to talk about the WWE in 2005. Stay tuned on Brian Wildcat's Wrestling Stars of the 2000s.